everyone, and welcome back to Amelia's Lens. I hope you guys are doing great, but if you're not, receive my virtual hug. So get ready for a jaw-dropping ride as we dive into the unbelievable drama surrounding none other than Lizzo herself. You won't believe your ears when you hear about the body-shaming allegations and claims of a hostile work environment against her. The allegations are just shocking and disheartening because most of us know Lizzo as this bubbly, body-positive artist. But before we delve into the allegations and opinions, please make sure to show my channel love by liking, commenting, and subscribing. So I did manage to read through the lawsuit and I'm going to break it down for you guys. Lizzo and her production team, as well as her dance captain, Shalene Quigley, are all being sued by 3 of Lizzo's dancers, former dancers rather. So there's about 9 complaints against them, including hostile work environment, failure to prevent and or remedy hostile work environment, religious harassment, and this is against dance captain Shalene Quigley, failure to prevent and or remedy religious harassment, racial harassment, disability discrimination, intentional interference with prospective economic advantage, assault, and false imprisonment. This lawsuit involves several individuals including Ms. Davis, Ms. Williams, and Ms. Rodriguez, who were contestants on Lizzo's reality television show Watch Out for the Big Girls. During the show, they competed to join Lizzo as her big girl dancers. Most of the complaints were centered around Ms. Dance Captain Shalene Quigley, who was also a judge on the show. Ms. Dance Captain is very religious and she always went out of her way to try and convert the contestants to Christianity, even when they would express that they had different beliefs. And once Ms. Quigley discovered that one of the contestants, Ms. Davis, was a virgin, she became obsessed with this knowledge and regularly brought it up in their conversations to the point of mentioning it in interviews and posting about it on social media against Ms. David's will. The strange part about Ms. Quigley was she constantly attempted to convert contestants to Christianity, but would turn around and perform what you would call a party trick by blowing a banana or admitting that she had an oopsie whenever she pleased herself, claiming that it was against her religion and she would make her sexual fantasies known to everyone, leaving them uncomfortable. Moving on to production. The dance team requested a retainer of 50% of their weekly tour rate from Big Girl Big Touring and Lizzo to ensure that they were paid during breaks since they were discouraged from taking up other jobs. The dancers, who were mostly full-figured women of color, felt singled out, believing that these comments were racially and fatphobically charged. The relationship between the dancers and management became strained, especially for the black members, who were treated differently and faced unfair accusations as they were called lazy, unprofessional, and having bad attitudes, only perpetuating stereotypical traits tied to black women. Finally, moving on to Lizzo. So she usually invites dancers to parties after performances, and the dancers knew that going to these parties might score them some favor with Lizzo and even better their job security. So bear in mind that the plaintiffs felt the pressure to attend this nightclub in Amsterdam that they were invited to by Lizzo, where there were naked performers that patrons could interact with. Later that evening, Lizzo started chanting, urging Ariana Davis to touch one of the strippers, and she would eventually give in, but not happily. Additionally, she would also pressure her security to get on stage and take it all off, referring to his clothes. But it doesn't stop there, because once again, dancers were invited out to attend a performance. Lizzo told them that they would learn something and even gain inspiration. And to their surprise, it was a naked cabaret, leaving the dancers uncomfortable the whole performance. The plaintiffs felt robbed of their freedom to decline the offer because Lizzo hadn't disclosed that it would have been a naked cabaret. On April 20th, 2023, Lizzo showed up at an 8-hour dance rehearsal and called the dancers together to address rumors of unprofessionalism. She accused them of drinking alcohol before shows, even though they never did. Lizzo then said all the dancers had to re-audition for their spots and threatened to fire them if she wasn't satisfied. The re-audition lasted almost 12 hours with no breaks allowed. During the process, Miss Davis needed to use the restroom but was afraid of getting fired if she left the stage. And unfortunately, she lost control of her bladder and peed on herself. When she could finally take a break, she changed into a see-through garment provided by the wardrobe department, making her feel exposed and embarrassed. Moving on, Davis had a private meeting with Lizzo and the choreographer. They questioned her commitment to the dance cast, hinting at concerns about her weight gain. After almost a week during a meeting with all the dancers, Lizzo addressed firing Miss Williams and demanded to know who questioned her decision. She also warned them not to socialize with Miss Williams. Now it's like May and there was an emergency wardrobe fitting. Lizzo found out about a recording from the previous meeting. She got furious and threatened the dancers to reveal who recorded it. Eventually, Miss Davis would own up to it and explain that she recorded the meeting for her own review later. Lizzo didn't believe her and proceeded to fire her on the spot. Rodriguez didn't like the way Lizzo handled things and wanted to have a one-on-one chat with her. But Lizzo obviously didn't take this properly because she began balling her fist and cracking her knuckles as she approached Rodriguez. She now believes that if it wasn't for the other dancers' interference, Lizzo would have put her hands on her. Honestly, I'm just disgusted and disappointed by the way she treated her dancers. I mean, these are the very people that complete your set and performance. I know that you pay them, but this is just unacceptable. Lizzo is the last person I expected to be body shaming and bullying other people, being that she constantly advocates for body positivity and good energy or whatever. My heart goes out to the victims and I hope justice is served, but I'm also waiting to hear Lizzo's side of the story because these are some serious allegations. I also see a lot of people using this opportunity to hate on Lizzo instead of actually supporting the victims. I mean, the hate is justified, but let's redirect our energy. And at the end of the day, we need to realize that you don't really know these celebrities. Do not be fooled by the image that they sell you. So stop idolizing them. Just enjoy the music and keep it pushing. And that brings you to the end of the video. Please do leave your opinions in the comments. I'd like to see what you guys think about this situation. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.